This could be the best ergonomic chair ever. Think about it. How many hours do you spend at your desk every single day? It's probably more than you care to admit, whether it's playing video games or just for work. Most people on average spend between 7 and 10 hours every single day sitting down in a chair. You may not think about it, but a good ergonomic chair is very important to your health and is probably the second most important piece of furniture right behind your bed. So I've been testing the FlexiSpot C7 ergonomic chair for the last couple weeks to see if it's worth the price and worth you buying it. The C7 comes in at the regular price of $600, but it's usually on sale for about $350. You might be thinking that's not a budget chair, but most chairs that are high-end usually cost well over $1,000, like Herman & Miller chairs and chairs like that. So $350 is definitely a steal for a good ergonomic chair. FlexiSpot did send this chair out for review for free, but they also told me to be completely honest in the review because they do want to improve it themselves, so I'm not gonna lie or anything on this, even though if they did tell me to lie, I still wouldn't have done it and I would have just posted the video and crapped on them, but they didn't tell me that, so that's a good thing for them. The instructions are just pictures, there's no words at all, so pretty much everybody from any language would be able to understand them, although some people might rather written directions so they have a better clue, as I can feel like some people might have trouble understanding that if you're not the smartest. You can choose between mesh or a foam seat depending on what you like. Mine came with foam and it's quite large and very comfortable, although it might attract some smell and stains over time. You also have the option for a footrest. Mine didn't come with one, but you do have that option for a little bit more money. There is a lot of different levers and customizing you can do on this chair to make it more suited to you, so I'll just go through all of those really quick. The armrest can go up and down with the triggers on the front of each of them, and you can also tilt them inwards and outwards as well as forwards and back. The backrest does move, or you can lock it in position with the lever on the side, or you can leave it unlocked to have it move to exactly how you are sitting. On your right side, you have the lever to raise and lower your chair, and if you twist the knob, it adjusts how easy it is to lean back in your chair. On the left side, you have the lever to move your seat backwards and forwards, as well as the knob locks or unlocks the reclining feature, so you can keep it locked. I usually keep it locked when I'm trying to get work done or playing games, and then I just unlock it when I'm watching YouTube or something like that at my desk. Coming from the DX Racer, which is just foam and leather material, moving to the mesh chair of this chair, it allows for your back to breathe a lot more and doesn't let me sweat as much as the DX Racer did. The mesh also conforms more to your body, which is a lot better than the common leather material on most office chairs. If you are rocking the no shirt though, which I do quite a bit, it kind of feels kind of weird on your skin. It's a little bit rough, but I do use a blanket sometimes because I don't like the feel of the mesh on my back, and the blanket, like the fibers do get stuck to the mesh sometimes, so that is something to look out for if you do rock the no shirt. But if you're using it most of the time, you are going to be wearing a shirt, like if you're using it for work or something like that. But if you are gaming late at night, I mean, some people don't rock shirts like me. But again, if you're not using a shirt on a leather chair, you would stick to it. So there is pros and cons of the mesh and the leather. I think the headrest is just a little low for me at 6'2" or 188 centimeters. And if you're a little bit shorter, I'm not sure if it would be too high for you, depending on your height. I think it says it goes anywhere from 5'4" to 6'2" is the recommended height for this chair. So if you're 5'4", I'm not sure if it will maybe be a little bit too tall. I'm not that short, so I can't really test it for you, but at my height, it's just a little bit too short. Like I'm saying, like a fraction of a centimeter too short. Adding on to that, the backrest is also a little bit too low for my height. If you could raise it up a little bit, it would be better. But if you're shorter, it could work a little bit better for that. So there is give and take depending on your height. I know the average height is about like 5'7", 5'8", so I feel for that height it should work perfectly fine. I would just like an option to be able to raise and lower the backrest. I feel like that would be nice. I'm not sure how you would do it, but for me it still works fine as a really comfortable chair no matter what. I noticed some people saying the wheels weren't the best quality. I don't know what you're doing with the wheels, that they're not a good quality, but the wheels seem perfectly fine to me. They actually roll a lot easier than the DX Racer chair, and and on carpet they even roll a lot better. The DX Racer you can't really use on carpet. Well, this chair I feel like you'd be able to use it on a rug or a carpet or something like that. The wheels might not be as high quality as a Herman Miller chair. I don't know, I've never used one, but I don't see how it could be a con, so I'm not really counting it against this chair. Overall, the chair is very sturdy and doesn't wobble at all. If you do have trouble with the chair wobbling, you might not have tightened the screws tight enough. I know I had that issue when I first tried to sit in the chair. It did move a little bit, but I just tightened the screws and now it's perfectly fine. It doesn't move at all and it doesn't make any sounds, which most chairs usually do because they have like plastic squeaking or something like that, or a rattle, but this chair doesn't have any of that, so it seems pretty high quality even though it is a budget chair. I really like the look of an ergonomic chair in a setup. It just looks a lot better than a gaming chair, and you don't even have to spend that much more money than a regular gaming chair for a more comfortable chair, a better looking chair. Get an ergonomic chair overall. They're a lot better than a gaming chair. The next thing you probably want to improve your setup is a nice keyboard, and I just compared two really good quality budget keyboards that you can check out right here.